Champions are not born. They're forged. This is about turning the ordinary into undisputed. Available now. Ade Oladipo, brought to you by Undisputed.
What's going on, people? All right, I wasn't around. You know, the stories online are crazy. So I wasn't around to do Ben EUBANK. I was like, oh, Ade's been sacked. Ade's not doing it because he didn't do the Ben EUBANK fight. No, I was away. I was in South Africa. But Ben EUBANK face-off happened. Well done to Josh Denzel for doing what I'm sure was a good job. Everything happened whilst I was away. But I do want to talk about it. Obviously, the fight happens November 15th. So this is a very, very early thoughts. This is brought to you as well. But Undisputed, the Takeover Pack, is available to download right now. All right, let's get into this. Ben EUBANK 2. We didn't want it. It's happening. I'm now excited about it.
Take my money.
Take my money.
Take my money after that press conference. Take my flipping money. That was Chris EUBANK Jr., right? Like, his press conferences, they should be pay-per-view in of itself.
When did he become this guy? He's not always been this. Is it when his dad left him and he's like, okay, now I've got to talk? Because remember there was a time when his dad was with him and he wouldn't say a word, like a robot.
He took the words out of my mouth. That's all. I think we're seeing the real Chris EUBANK Jr. I think he's always had this, you know, cheeky chappy, this loud voice. But his dad is just his dad was the one you saw at those things. And his dad was happy to just play that role. And I've got the loud voice. And Chris just wanted to be the bad guy, the villain. You know, I'm dangerous and stuff like that. Now he has to find his own voice. And people are liking it. You know, he said at the start that they were calling Conor Benn the people's champion Eddie Hearn was. But he's like, I have the people coming up to me. I've got old ladies. I've got kids in the street. And you can tell he likes that. You can see by the glint in his eye. It's like, I actually prefer this than being the bad guy. I like this. And he is now one of the only people who can really, like, I don't want to even say hold his own with Eddie Hearn. I mean, he is topping Eddie Hearn at those press conferences. I feel bad for him.
Yeah, I would never feel bad for Eddie. Eddie's had his time in the sun of destroying people in presses. I think Chris is the best at press conferences.
He's brilliant, isn't he?
Good luck trying to compete with that. Like, you've almost got to be peak Conor McGregor. Do you know what I mean? You've got to be so quick and witty with your words. And with Chris as well, he doesn't say things fast. He's not trying to speak before you speak. He's just, when he gets his time, he just says things so, like, on a level of...
And what he does well is he just triggers everyone. Yeah. Like, when do you really see, like, Frank Warren, remember when he called Frank a scumbag? Frank straight away was, you were there. Yeah.
I hosted it.
I remember, actually, yeah. I'd say your heart was racing when that happened. But Eddie, you don't really ever see him really bite when someone's talking at a press conference, except when it's Chris EUBANK Jr. And he's like, well, hang on a minute. And Chris is like, no, I'm having my moment. And there's nothing Eddie can really do, because as soon as Eddie starts talking, Eddie...
There seems to be a no fear from Chris.
Yes.
It's almost like I'm free. Yeah. Like, no promoters got me by the coattails. I can say what I want. And he's been like that for a few years. But you rarely see it. And because Eddie's the big head honcho, right? You rarely see someone attacking the head honcho, because ultimately you really want to sign with Matchroom and DAZN. Whereas Chris, like, I do not care.
Yeah, like, don't burn bridges. I can say what I want about the fighter, but the promoter, don't burn bridges. I might need him. Yeah. Chris is just, don't care.
Yeah.
Do not care.
Yeah, I know that I know what kind of commodity I am, and I know my value. And I think every fighter should know that they should know their value. It's very risky what he does, because he gambles on himself all the time. You lose and you get smashed and you're kind of done, but he hasn't. One different caveat, if you like, to this is BOMAC is back.
Yes.
Now, which is interesting.
That is interesting. Now, he gave credit to Jonathan Banks for last time, but BOMAC is different. He is different.
Different gravy.
I mean, the best we ever seen Chris EUBANK Jr., in my opinion, was the Liam Smith rematch.
Yeah.
BOMAC training him.
Yeah.
BOMAC training him. That Chris EUBANK Jr. I mean, if that Chris EUBANK Jr. stepped in with Conor Benn would have got stopped.
Yeah. And not only that, but psychologically, if you are Conor Benn in that team, and you see BOMAC sitting, then you think, automatically your mind goes to Terence Crawford.
Exactly, yeah.
Your mind just goes to, oh shit, he's got the best fighter on planet Earth. Do you know what I mean? You just think that, don't you? And sometimes it doesn't work like that, but you're right. The best Chris we saw was in the rematch against Liam Smith.
Yes.
Aggressive, on the front foot, comfortable on the back foot.
And did you hear what BOMAC said? This would send shivers down my spine when he goes, oh yeah, I had a look at that fight. Oh, there's a lot I can work with. You're like, if you're Conor Benn, you're thinking, sitting there going, oh shit.
Yeah, because ultimately, I like Tony Sims, but BOMAC's the elite trainer here. Yeah. No, it's true though, isn't it? It's the elite trainer. I mean, you look at the people that he's got in his gym. I would love Chris to put the ego away and get to America and let BOMAC train you over there.
Oh, that'd be
you want to be in that gym. You want to be surrounding those little killers and sparring those guys, right? You want to be sparring those smaller guys who are like as fast as Conor and nippy as Conor. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and they will, and he'd probably listen.
He'll get lit up by some of them. He'll get lit up by some of them.
But believe me, it's going to pay you dividends.
Yeah,
110%. So when I heard BOMAC and I saw him there, I was like, oh boy.
Yeah. Who? I was going to say who has the advantage, because remember they're taking things away from Chris again. Chris is 6 months older.
Yes.
He's still going to try and do the 160 limit with the rehydration cap again, which there's ums and ahs about it, but I'm hearing it's going to be on. Surely that benefits Ben.
It does. Absolutely does benefit Ben. And as you said, 6 months after, badly dehydrated last time.
Dude, he got battered. Dude, he got battered. I've gone back and looked at his face and the post-fight interview he's doing with Jamie Ward. Both of their faces are gruesome. But Chris's face literally blew up like a balloon.
Yep.
Like he was in a world of pain in that fight.
He was in a world of pain in that fight, taking the hospital for dehydration, everything. It's going to age you, especially now he's 35.
It's going to age you, dude.
Pushing 40.
Yeah. Dude, it's going to age him badly.
If you take the rehydration clause out, I'd have him. With the rehydration clause, even with BOMAC, it's tough.
It's a tough pick. It's a tough pick. Like in my head, I'm thinking Conor might just get to him just because of the age.
Just because of the age, the youth.
It's such an important factor. That punishment. And look, both of them took punishment. But we saw Conor Benn 3 days later in New York.
Exactly.
And it had gone. You wouldn't even know he had a fight.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
And the way he was speaking in that press conference, I saw a bit of maturity there from Conor Benn. He was like, truthfully, I really did think I was the puncher and I had the power to knock him out. I didn't. So I got to learn. And he was swinging. You could tell Conor Benn was nervous because first fight back in the UK in 3 years and you're in a stadium, main eventing. It's not like you're walking out in Wembley where it's just starting, right? So I did see a lot of maturity from Conor Benn there, a lot. And I'm thinking, okay, if that's the mindset now you're taking, all right, now.
Yeah, it's like I did the walk properly for the first time.
Yeah.
Now I've done that walk, we're good.
We're good.
We're good. There's going to be no EUBANK senior surprises. Like, I'm ready this time. Remember before how we saw that EUBANK had come in? He was in the changing room.
Oh, God, that was the
And I do think that benefits Conor a little bit that he's done it. He understands what's in front of him this time. And you're right, he was a bit reckless in that fight.
Extremely reckless.
I mean, he was throwing right hand. It was all over the place, wasn't it? I mean, both of those guys were just throwing. They wanted to kill each other.
But they did. And then Chris just decided, right, I'm just going to stick a jab on you and okay, we're good now.
Yeah.
Because Conor was just like, I'm just going to swing wild and hope something lands. And it was just like, and Nigel even said that. Nigel was even like, what are you doing? And he's honest with his son. He's like, what were you doing? That was crazy what you did. So he's hearing it from all angles. He must know now, right, we're good. We know what we did wrong. And again, if I'm Team EUBANK, I'm listening to that thinking, okay, that's not what I was hoping to hear. I was hoping to be the same.
I'm so obsessed, and I shouldn't be, in terms of what Conor does next. Because I'm like, dude, you've now not been at the one. By the time November 15th comes round, he's not been a 147 fighter for 3 years. And he keeps on talking about, I can do 147. I'm like, well, you hadn't done it for 3 years, dude.
When April 2026 comes, and depending on how tough this fight is, it could be after that, it will be 4 years not making that weight. I don't care if Conor Benn says, I can still do it. I can do it. Mate, one, you're not getting any younger. You've not made that weight for 4 years almost. It's not going to be easy. I
just wonder then if he just decides to almost have not meaningless fights. I mean meaningless in terms of title implications when I say meaningless. Just fights against people, like fun fights. Like fights against, like Kell Brook would have been a great example of what I'm trying to say, but obviously not Kell. Those type of fights. Because he can't,
but is his goal to be world champion?
Dude, he ain't winning the belt at 154.
That's what I was going to say. I mean, it was like, if you say Wood 5'4", it's like, well, he wants to be world champion, but he ain't doing it that way. Dude, no way.
No way.
Not hoping.
It's actually easier to go to 160.
Oh, it actually is easier
to
get
Lara.
160. Yeah, you get
You'd
Lara.
rather get Lara at 160 than try and fight any of the champions. Yeah. Oh, my God.
Oh, yikes. Oh,
Jesus
God.
Christ.
No, let's not think of that.
Yeah. Boots is there now. I mean, Virgil's there. Do you know what I mean? Those guys. Even guy like Virgil's fighting Erickson Lubin. Like, fight Lubin. No. Majimov, no. Look at Brandon Evans that beat Boacek. Look at him.
Look at him. I was like,
stay away from those guys like a million miles away, dude.
And Boacek and Majimov are kind of seen as, kind of the world
Boacek and Majimov would beat EUBANK.
Oh, they beat EUBANK. They'd knock out Conor Benn.
This is it.
Exactly.
So that's why I wonder if Conor decides to just stay.
Because welterweight has Lewis Crooker. Telling you now, that's a 50-50. Probably favour Conor Benn against him.
That's a good shot, actually.
Has
I like the Lewis Crocker fight for Ben.
Yeah.
I like that for Ben. That's a good. If Ben can make the 147 limit, if, and it will kill him to make it, Crocker's a really...
And it's the IBF, so he'd know how rehydration clause feels then.
Yeah, Crocker's a good fight to make, though. Crocker's a big fight as well.
But the problem I have is, right, say he goes in against EUBANK again and he gets bashed up again, right? Although his face...
It's taking the time out.
It's taking the time out of the ring. You have not made that weight for 4 years and you've been bashed up twice.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a red flag central.
Yeah, and we saw, like, when... we saw a great example when Kell Brook fought GGG.
Yeah.
Went up to 160, then tried to come down to fight Eric 147, dead man walking.
And that wasn't even 40. That was literally what you're talking a year after making the weight.
A year after making the weight.
1 year.
Couldn't do it. Killed him. And he
Destroyed
looked
him.
so good in the first half of the fight against Errol.
And it was
gas
just
tank
gas
went,
tank gone.
Yeah.
Weight made, done, finish me.
Yeah.
And
So
that could happen.
I guess these are the people that are around Conor, you know, that make a lot more money than me and you to make those decisions. But I am concerned about the career trajectory after. And look, some people will say he's making 5, 8, whatever million he's making. That's the most important thing. Take the money whilst you can. And bear in mind, he couldn't make money because of the drugs ban. So he's probably thinking, I just need to make money. He spent a lot on lawyers. But I do think, I'm more looking at the what after, because he's a superstar name in this country, one of the biggest names, whether people like it or not. He's doing stadiums.
Yep.
And I know part of that is EUBANK, but he's doing stadiums. And I just feel like I don't want him to kill off a superstar name. And I feel like the welterweight division is so open that they shouldn't have made this fight and they should have got him back down to 147.
Well, my whole logic was in 2022 when this fight was first dated, that was a bizarre trajectory then.
Yeah,
because you were doing great work with him at 147. You were literally, you couldn't have been matched him any better.
Yeah,
getting him
smart,
ready,
isn't it? Yeah.
And then I know at that stage you still had Crawford and you still had Errol Spence, right? You still had Boots. They're gone. He could have still been there. He could, if Conor Benn had never gone down this EUBANK Junior road, I would put money on it that he would have won a belt at 147 by now. Because you got Mario Barros, Lewis Crooker. They're not Terence Crawford, Errol Spence's.
No, they're not. They're not at all.
You know?
Nor is Brian Norman.
Nor is Brian Norman.
Nor is Devin Haney.
Well, you never know about Brian Norman. He might be. If he beats
No,
Devin Haney.
don't get me wrong. It's good, but he won't be a Boots or a Crawford.
Oh, God, no, he won't be
I'm
that.
not trying to say
He's not-
he won't
he's
be
not
that.
that. He's
I
not
have a
that.
feeling that Conor does the fun catchweight fights against people like Ryan Garcia.
Yeah.
I've
No,
got a feeling like
could see it.
150
No, yeah.
Ryan Garcia. I feel like those fights were
Yeah,
happening.
150. Let's do it. Ryan Garcia.
I
It'd be
swear.
good build up. They'll both antagonise one another. It'd be great crack. We'd have.
Yeah.
We'd lap.
Yeah,
it.
there'll be the guys that fight once a year.
Yeah. We'd lap it up.
100%. And that's what I think he
millions.
does. That's my point. It'll be those type of fighters as opposed to what we really want to see. But ultimately, it's about making as much money. And that's what the line they've both gone down.
But what means more? Well, Chris Eubank Jr., I guess, is case in point. Making that money or having that legacy of I was world champion.
Chris Eubank Jr. is
Chris
case in
Eubank
point.
Jr. is case in
And
point.
he's I'm sorry you just said that. He's exactly shown Conor the route to go down, where you can make money. You can call out the big ones like he did with Golovkin. How many years has Eubank called out Golovkin and Canelo?
Years upon years.
Dude, it's been like a decade of
10
calling
years
that.
probably.
Yeah,
10
probably.
flipping years.
Never got close to even fighting them.
No, never.
But has
came
always
within
called them
an
out.
inch. Yep.
Yeah.
Never came within a smidge of getting even close to them. And yet he was buying McLarens 6 years ago. So like he was rich before he even ever got the Conor Benn payday.
Yeah. Well, it's Super 6, isn't it, I guess?
Super 6?
The World Boxing Super
World
Series.
Boxing Super Series,
Yeah, the
yes,
George Groves
yes,
fight.
that
I'll give him the credit on that.
Yeah,
Because he went toe-to-toe
he
with a
went-
giant in George Groves.
That was one. That's one where he was really like, no, I want to win this. I want this world title. And then it was, I want the money.
Yeah, money makes sense. All right, go on. And who do you think wins November 15th?
I'm going to say Chris wins again.
Okay. Has anything been announced? Undercard fights? Anything?
Oh, there's a rumour of one fight on the undercard.
Jack Cattrall, Eka Usman?
Not just that. There's another one you hear about, Mr. Richard Riakporhe, Joe Joyce.
No.
That's rumoured. I've seen a few online articles and online forums saying that that's going to be announced for... It's a random fight. Don't really want to see Joe Joyce again.
And I just asked someone the other day, I said, what's happened to Richard Riakporhe? Fought in that Saudi Arabia card.
Yeah, then nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, gone off the face of the earth.
Completely.
I'd still like to see him
He's
against
not big
Cody.
enough to be heavyweight.
No, he's not. He's a cruiserweight.
Yeah.
I'd still like to see him against a Cody. But if he fights Joe Joyce, I mean, this version of Joe Joyce, okay.
Yeah.
I kind of don't really want to see it, but hey.
No, I
it's a
don't.
Riyadh
I'd
payday.
actually rather... No, I don't. I just don't want to see it. It's Car Crash TV.
That's the took the
Car
words out of my
Crash
mouth. It's
TV.
Car Crash TV, and I think Joe Joyce has had one too many car
You know,
crashes.
this is very random. Guys, apologies. We're ending the video now. What the hell was Chisora doing?
Yeah, actually,
Is he going to have his 50th fight? Like, what is going on?
February.
Yeah.
It's nearly the end of the year now.
Like, what's happening? I think he's waiting for the belts to be vacated by Usyk, and he's going to fight someone for a world title, whoever. Because I think Chisora's really high in the IBF ranking.
It's mandatory, I think.
I wouldn't be shocked if he fights someone.
Do you know? Do you want me to say it? We talked about the zone and pay-per-view. That fight's on pay-per-view. Chisora world title fight.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
That
Final fight, 50th fight, world title fight on pay-per-view. There you go.
Has to be against someone though of note for it to be. The zone just won't accept anything being on pay-per-view. He has to fight someone of some, like he has to fight a Bacoli or something for a world title fight.
Oh God. And I hear F.A. Ajagba turned down a fight with Frank Sanchez. So that's pretty much his kind of.
He's been blocked now.
Yeah, so they might go down Frank Sanchez. You might actually get. But could you imagine Bacoli versus Chisora IBF? That'd actually be crazy. Could you actually imagine Chisora, fight number 50, becomes world champion against Bacoli? I would actually take my money. There you go,
dude. It would almost be.
That would be the fairy tale ending, wouldn't
justice. Yeah, it would almost be perfect for him. Don't think it's gonna happen. All right, guys, there you go. Very quick video. Look, we'll do more videos in the lead up to it, but that was our early thoughts on Conor Benn versus Chris. It's Chris Eubank versus Conor, isn't it?
Chris Eubank versus Conor.
Is it Eubank versus Conor? Eubank versus Conor, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, November 15th. And then let's not forget the week after that as well, Yard versus Benavidez.
Yikes.
Yep. That's Car Crash TV.
That is.
But we'll do an early thoughts on that one closer to the time. Peace and love.
Champions are not born. They're forged. This is about turning the ordinary into undisputed. Available now.
Ade Gman, brought to you by Undisputed.